guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Roxanne. We are backstage at Slam Dunk Festival 2023. Paris are on the lineup. Lynn joins me now. How are you, mate?
Good, how are you?
Good. Nice to see you back in the UK. Welcome back. This is really exciting. And also, welcome back to Slam Dunk because, you know, you've had some very, very nice moments here over the years. This has got to be an exciting one for you to come back and play again.
It's good to be back for sure. It's good to be back in all of the places.
Yeah. Especially in the sunshine and this incredibly sweltering hot 10, which I apologize for.
After we play, I kind of want to go run around in the forest or something. No one will find me.
They need a Slam Dunk pool or something just for days like this where we can go cool down.
It would do well.
It would do well, I think. It would get disgusting by the end of the day, but it would be good, you know. About 9 a.m. it might work. Very exciting time to talk to you. So much going on.
Yeah.
Album is so good and so exciting. We talked a little bit before about it's almost an album of two halves, for want of a better phrase.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. Like, it's got that very much front-loaded with almost harking back to your first record in a lot of ways, and then the back half a little bit more ethereal, a little bit more of that influence in there. Tell me a little bit about the decision-making there. Was that just how the songs fell together, or was that always kind of a conscious thing?
It kind of just was naturally happening,
Okay.
and I feel like halfway through making it, it still hasn't been a conscious, like, this is the front, this is the back, or this is this half, and this is that half, but it kind of just did happen that way.
Yeah.
When making track lists, I always like to kind of like try as many flows as possible, and this one felt like a fun ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, naturally it was kind of like half and half in a way.
Yeah. But it still flows together nice, like you say. That's really interesting. And the latest single obviously just come out there. Love the video there as well. That's a very cool concept. It works very nicely. Tell me a little bit about that, and I guess writing that song in particular as well.
Yeah, I guess we'll start with the song. The song was kind of like a random idea that was started. It was the same trip that I'd done Goddess and Anywhere But Here and Animal.
Wow.
And Love Is a Murder was kind of like the wild card of it. But yeah, it was another one that just kind of flew out. I remember Sean, who I was working on it with, him and we were working with JT, who produced it, and we were like upstairs. He was taking a bathroom break or something, but Sean and I were upstairs and we started playing it kind of as a joke, just like, this doesn't make sense, but then we were like, it kind of does, and we were like, let's follow that theme, and follow the theme of like the little death, which is very sexy and sultry.
There it is.
But yeah, so the video came together pretty quick, but I mean, we kind of always had an idea for like an overhead shot for that video with like either flowers around or in a field or whatever. Yeah. And then it just happened. We just made it happen.
Yeah, it fits very nicely. Like, it feels like this era with the visuals is really interesting what you're doing. There is a little bit of that nature in there and all that kind of stuff, but it flows very well with the music, I think. Thank you. Put a lot of thought into that, as you always do, of course, but it's very interesting. I want to mention, you mentioned people like JT in there that, obviously you've worked with for a long time. Something I want to pick up on that came out in the press release when the album kind of first got announced. I haven't seen many people talking about it, and we absolutely have to. Do you work with Mike Shinoda on one of the tracks on this record? Oh my God, talk to me about that. I mean, a legend. That's got to be amazing to do that.
He's amazing. The song is great. It will
Which
be
song
out.
is it? Sorry, which one is it?
It's called Take My Nirvana.
Okay.
Just as far as the singles, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be like one of the album tracks that people love, and it will speak for itself. But it was amazing working with him. One of my friends knew him through something and was like, I feel like you guys should meet. And I was like, I don't know why he would even want to work with PVRIS, but let's give it a go. And he was incredible. Yeah.
He's such a production whiz as well.
Yes.
Like, he's so clued up.
And I feel like he's been such a big producer for Linkin Park, and like kind of like the underdog producer of it. But has done such a cool job of mixing like rock, electronic, hip hop, and kind of everything. So it was like a really good match. For PVRIS. So
I was about
it kind
to
of
say,
made sense.
it really does. It's so funny when you look at his discography across his different projects. He's like, oh yeah, this can be heard across all your work too. It's really interesting, different styles he's playing with. Big year plans as well, because obviously we've got the album release, but you're going to be back over here in the UK supporting Fall Out Boy in those big arenas, which again I think just makes perfect sense. As I just said, the front half of this record, and you can hear it on a few of the singles, it really harkens back to those early days of the band. It's got a big live feel to it. It's got a big guitar driven feel to it. perfect for supporting a band like Fall Out Boy, especially given the record they've just put out as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. That's got to be an exciting one as well to know that you're doing these big arena rooms in the UK too. It's always a good
No
fun
pressure.
time. Hey, all right, I'm not much pressure. I know you'll rise up to it, but no, that's got to be a fun thought to look at. How much are you kind of thinking about what the live show will look like now with the new records kind of starting to build?
I think it just depends what we can do, what we're allowed. Every tour has different like stage restrictions and budget and stuff, but I would like to make it as cool as we can.
Well, I mean, you're heading out on
whatever we're allowed.
Well, of course, but you're heading out on Sad Summer first as well, aren't you? So, like, I mean, I guess it's about now whittling down which of those songs, I guess the singles are obvious, but which of those songs on that record are going to translate live? Have you already been thinking about where you want things to slot in now?
Definitely. I think that tour is an interesting lineup as far as we might be the outliers a little bit with the exception of a couple, so I'm kind of thinking of what's going to fit within that context a bit better. So I think a lot more of the guitar driven, high energy stuff.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
But maybe not.
But maybe not. But maybe not.
It's a long summer, so we want to have fun and whatever feels good and we'll have the stamina for it.
Yeah.
We'll make it around that. I don't know.
We'll mix it up. Well, I remember actually, I mean, just purely because I'm wearing the t-shirt, but I remember when I saw you when we were young last year, like, again, prime example, little set in there where it was like, you know what, this is a big guitar-y festival, and you just rose to the occasion. It was like, here we go, let's channel that side of myself. It's got to be fun to kind of play with those two different sides, particularly on an album like this.
It's so fun, and it really is useful. It's not like an intentional thing, but it's useful in these contexts where you can kind of like go from this festival to this one and kind of curate the set list accordingly.
Yeah, mix up a little bit. I'm going to let you go and get ready for your set. Before I do, something we've been asking everybody here today. This feels like a particularly stacked slam dunk, I think. It's a really, really big lineup here. One of their best, I got to say. If you could work with anyone you've not worked with before on the lineup here this weekend, are there any artists you would particularly love to get in the studio with? Work with.
In any sense?
In any sense.
If we're talking musically, I would love to work with Scene Queen.
Oh, amazing.
Charlotte Sands, but only because I know she's lovely because we took her out.
She is lovely. She's
great.
Very lovely.
I have to take a closer look.
Okay.
Maybe Enter Shikari.
I mean, an obvious fit right there. I think it'd be great.
Sure.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember who else.
Yeah, I mean, that's already an incredible list right there.
Yeah, leave it at
you
that.
If you had an EP of those, I'd be absolutely delighted. That's the one right there. Yeah, I think that's going to work really, really well. Have a great rest of your festival. Congrats on the album. We'll catch up again very soon, I'm sure, all right?
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. Lynn, everybody.